Hello. Can we guess who?
Welcome
my
to the
reaction
Capcom E3
to
Showcase.
Capcom.
I'm your host, Rachel Puerco, aka Seltzer, and I'll be your guide as we walk through the latest releases, news, and updates from Capcom. We'll hear from the Resident Evil Village team, share some news from the world of Monster Hunter, and get the latest on Ace Attorney. Then we'll wrap up with some updates from our friends at Capcom Fighters. So what are we waiting for?
Interesting.
Let's get started.
But
our first stop today, Resident Evil Village. The
a
Resident Evil
lot of
franchise
people
continues to pioneer the latest and greatest in survival horror. The team has been blown away by the response to Resident Evil Village, which launched last month. It brought the world another chapter in this decades-long story as the franchise celebrates its 25th anniversary this year.
Pokemon!
I'm honored to be able to introduce Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village, with a special message for the fans.
Anyone watching? Bow, please. For the legend. Ooh.
There's nothing to fear.
Where's Rose? She's everything to me.
Okay. Ooh, this is
I think it's time you left things
cool.
in my hands.
Yeah, I know. Not for Ethan.
Go on, rest.
That's very cool. Alright, that's a really cool game in general. Resident Evil Village.
Hi everyone, my name is Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village.
Yep.
I wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's played since we launched the game in May.
Yep.
We hope you're enjoying this new chapter in
I
survival
am.
horror.
Enjoy it.
As a reminder, everyone who purchases Resident Evil Village will gain free access to our online multiplayer title, Resident Evil Reverse, where players go head-to-head with their favorite Resident Evil heroes and bioweapons. I'm now happy to announce that Resident Evil Reverse will go live next month across all supported
our fan
platforms.
base gonna love it.
So head into the fray to celebrate the Resident Evil 25th anniversary.
I got it. By appointment, the permit or to shine on this DLC for Village. More information later. So basically, they're on this convention, they're down the road.
Thank you, Kanda-san, for that wonderful update.
Yeah.
Next up, some long-awaited news from the world of Monster Hunter. Whether it's adventuring alongside monsters or battling them with friends, we've got something for you. First, let's dive into the brand new story-based RPG entry to the series, Monster Hunter Stories 2,
gameplay.
Wings of Ruin.
But Monster Hunter Story? I might to. Ooh. Crying. Nothing else. Yep. I think this might actually present on Tinder
This was
too.
his fate.
Good.
Red may have been strong and skilled, but against the awesome power of nature, he was merely a man. He never stood a chance.
I am man.
All around, things just kept getting worse. But I heard that Guardian Ratha had survived and returned to Hekolu Island.
Ooh.
I went there to see Red's old monster again.
Yep. But she got.
Then, of course,
You.
that's when I met you.
Mommy, Daddy, hi,
You were
man.
given Red's kinship stone, and now a Rathalos egg. This is destiny.
This destiny. Right.
This is the legendary monster, Ray's Wing Ratha, the monster with the wings of ruin.
It's said that a beat of its wings can bring about waves of destruction.
Many people believe there's a connection between the strange happenings and the wings of ruin. The pits are appearing everywhere, and they're emitting a strange light.
I might actually be interested. Oh gosh. That's really cool.
What's this whole idea of forming kinship with monsters?
Uh-oh. Here comes the bad guy.
It's not about control. Monsters help riders of their own will.
Yeah,
And the bonds between monsters and riders are just like your bond with Tsukino.
Yeah.
What kind of power does Ratha really have? Why are all of these pits appearing? And who are those people who want to take Ratha for themselves? All I have are questions.
If there's worry or doubt in your voice, Ratha will become anxious too. He needs to know that you will protect him no matter what.
I can sense the flames of his life force weakening. The burden of such great power is too much for his body to bear.
Ooh. Can I evolve?
A voice. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Riders can bond with monsters. Surely you can groove with fellow humans.
They have the power of kinship. They're friends. They're monsties.
Yeah.
Humans carry the strength of everyone they meet. That
Ooh,
makes them
sorry.
strong. My friends here taught me that.
Just so.
I believe in the strength of humanity.
I believe in you. That can believe in me, Timo. Don't believe in yourself. Believe me. That believe in you, Timo. That's the weirdest thing. A pretty powerful one at the same time. Free time. Up. Yeah, who had the game? Get the game. I was kind of expecting it. It would do that. Yeah. Ooh, ooh. Am I actually like kind to get?
And European future attorneys will finally be able to get their hands on the features and the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, which were previously only available in Japan. You'll travel back in time to the late 19th century Japan and London to play as Ryunosuke Naruhodo, Phoenix Wright's ancestor, in this action-packed prequel. Now, let's hear more about the story.
So then, let us unravel this mystery.
Welcome to the centre of the world. Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
This country is incredible.
Yeah, that's weird.
I will become a lawyer. I have to. So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder.
Who are you?
Herlock Sholmes. You must have heard of me.
I may want to play this.
Let us engage in the art of deduction.
That feels like a game.
Well, what have we here?
Great game is afoot.
It would seem the truth is now tantalizingly close.
The defense demands its right to a cross-examination.
Yeah.
Objection. Your testimony completely contradicts the facts.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
That's really cool. One. The Great Ace Attorney. Yeah, I might have to maybe like play that on
So
stream
we have
one.
10 new cases and 8 mini escapades where
Jesus.
you can take on the role of a defense attorney. Now, we all want to see some gameplay, right? Let's take a closer first look at 2 gameplay features new to the franchise in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
More people.
Dance of Deduction and Summation Examination.
Hello, I'm Jonathan, Capcom's marketing brand manager for the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
Where to?
The Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
The Capcom team is thrilled to present 2 new gameplay features,
Yeah.
Dance of Seduction and Summation Examination, coming to the Ace Attorney series.
That's a...
While investigating to prove your client's innocence, players will come across conspicuous situations that require further examination with the help of Ryunosuke's legal aid Susato and the brilliance of deduction from Detective
I
Harlock.
feel like he's off the edge. Who are you? No one scream. The woman? Don't be a soul.
Herlock will proceed to present his logic and reasoning spectacular, a grandiose yet flawed series of conjectures.
I love this. I love that propel shield is in your hand. You must use the shield to cut like that. But if you just don't feel it, and if not fail to solve that, that's like a beam. And have it melt out of yourself to continue. And you don't feel so himself. He has function. And not that horrible you understand. That's a cool revolution on the one.
Ryunosuke and Susato will then discuss to correct the flaws in Herlock's deductions. At this point, players will be prompted to search for clues that help identify the errors in the detective's logic and reveal the truth to the mystery.
That's a kind of cool way of thinking.
As players present new evidence and observations, Herlock will amend his deductions based on the new information. Upon uncovering the truth, Ryunosuke and Herlock enter into a semi-metaphorical, semi-literal dance that brings them to the conclusion of the dance of deduction.
Oh, you're a woman! Oh no! If I only have you cut off my hair, that's like kind of cool. Like that kind of cool. It's a free roll. God, I just wonder how long this is. Miss Nepova. Damn. That's cool. Yeah, my name is Naya. I mean, Necleo. And Balina on the one. That's a song. She complete elementary.
In courtroom battles, players will attempt to convince 6 jurors of the innocence of their client. Their progress will be displayed and represented by 2 scales of justice, one black, representing a guilty verdict, and one white, representing a not guilty verdict.
Objection!
That's really cool.
In summation examination, take the stand to face off against the jurors, all of whom provide explanations as to why they've reached their guilty verdict.
You'll have to identify conflicting statements and sway the jury in your favor. Examine each statement carefully and select 2 contradicting jurors to call out the flaws in their logic.
Objection!
Did you say ugly constitution? What? Explain process.
Be ready to provide evidence from the court record to help prove the contradiction in their claims. When you successfully point out one of these contradictions among the jurors, you might just change their minds, too. With a slam of their fist, each juror you persuade will send a fiery ball towards the scales above and literally tip the scales of justice in your favor.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's
really
really cool.
And persuade the jury to help prove your client's innocence.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
Fire!
This has just been a small taste
of
exciting new gameplay features in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Great gameplay.
We are very excited to get this game in the hands of both new fans
that's actually pretty cool
diehard
in
fans
general.
alike. Thanks for watching.
Can't wait for more. Can't wait for next month.
It already seems like I have a bunch of games to catch up on. There are some exciting new adventures and titles to look forward to. Well, that's a look at the new premieres from Capcom. But what about esports? Let's close out today's showcase with a few words from two of the stars of Capcom Fighters, Rob TV and Vicious. They'll tell us what's been going on with Capcom esports, including updates on the Capcom Pro Tour, Intel Open, Street Fighter League, and all the other content on Capcom Fighters. Over to you guys.
Boringness to be disappointed. What the hell?
What's going on, everybody? And welcome to the Capcom esports presentation for E3 2021. My name is Vicious, commentator for the Capcom Pro Tour, as well as Street Fighter League, here with competitive Street Fighter 5 player and host extraordinaire, Hollywood, Rob TV. What's going on, Rob?
Oh my goodness, Vicious, host extraordinaire. That just sounds beautiful. It has a ring to it, and I think that's the perfect word to describe what we have for everyone today. Street Fighter 5, Capcom, E3, it just feels right, and you feel the electricity in the air. Nice! And there might be some people at home, Vicious, who don't fully know what competitive Street Fighter 5 is. The long and the short of it is this. We travel all around the world, state to state, country to country, and we try to bring our opponent's life bar from 100 all the way down to 0 and feel pretty goddamn good doing it.
That's right, Rob. If you think you're the best in your
league, no, I'm just
sign
straight up garbage.
Capcom Pro Tour to prove it and become possibly a world champion at Street Fighter 5.
The double perfect, the way he looked at the camera like, don't ever expect another man's controller.
So in this year's CPT overall, it's a series of tournaments that have $5,000 on the line for each tournament, but that money alone, that's not what's really at stake here. It's about making it to the granddaddy of them all, Capcom Cup.
Item just reset in grand finals of Capcom Cup.
So behind me, you can see in all of its glory, the Capcom Pro Tour 2021 official stage and set, and that's a place that you are very, very familiar with.
That's right, we take all of our events and broadcast it live from this stage, and we check out all of the top competitors from each and every one of these regions. And speaking of, the Capcom Pro Tour has shaped up a lot. 2021, we have 32 events going on in the Capcom Pro Tour, spanning across 19 different territories, so there's so many opportunities for players from around the world to get that ticket into Capcom Cup this season. I'm absolutely excited because, again, that is a big change from what 2020 was into what we could expect for 2021.
That sounds good. But if you win the next tournament completely, that'd be no
$5,000. That'd be $10,000 on the Capcom Fighters channel. You can do so on a plethora of platforms. We have it on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Of course, if you don't catch it live, you can also check out the VODs for all the competitive studying you would need to become a successful Street Fighter 5 player, as well as catching some of the community-focused content that we have on Capcom Fighters. We have No Neutral, the official pre-show of the Capcom Pro Tour.
No Neutral,
we have sets where we take players from around the world and play off in an exhibition first to 10. Not only that, actually, we do have Street Fighter League that's happened season after season, non-stop action, 6 teams of 3, duke it out in this battle tournament series to see who will walk away with the championship and the $150,000 prize.
The rest of today
Street Fighter League is something you don't want to miss because normally we only have 1v1 content, but now you actually have your teammates at your back, and every decision that you make is not just about you anymore.
Look for more news on
today
Street Fighter
was a
League
good
later
day.
this year.
It's Oki time. What's gonna happen? He checks it. He checks the
Yeah,
movement.
boy.
What's happening?
Boy.
It's so good.
Let's not forget, the Intel World Opening is happening right now. Top players representing 11 regions around the world are competing for their place in the World Finals happening next month. Be sure to check out the official website for more information, including current standings and broadcast schedule.
To commemorate this event, everyone who logged in during this period will receive an exclusive competitor title and dojo object. You do not want to miss this.
I highly recommend everyone to stay tuned for future Capcom Pro Tour updates on the Capcom Fighters channel.
And again, we've had so many events so far. We started off with the Japan region. We've had a couple of more events going on afterwards, but the action does not stop. In fact, we're going to be continuing off with the Midwest region for the Capcom Pro Tour. I know you're definitely excited about that.
100%. I mean, of course, your boy is from Ohio. Make sure you guys tune in to see the tournament.
You do not want to miss some of the best Street Fighter V players in the world compete head-to-head.
So it's you. I dare you to find better Street Fighter. I dare you.
This is a game about being a world warrior.
Obviously, they got a rivalry.
I'm the best in the world.
This game has changed the lives of so many people here.
All the way stream today, I'm gonna say no.
I told you it's gonna go to the limit, and I ain't lying to the people.
This is the ultimate Street Fighter V experience. This is Capcom Pro Tour.
Thanks, guys. It's been a really exciting season so far, and I can't wait to see how this plays out on the road to Capcom Cup. Remember to check out Capcom Fighters' Twitch and YouTube channels for more information and to watch the latest matches. So that's a wrap for Capcom at E3 this year. Let's recap what we all saw. Resident Evil Village is back with the latest installment of the survival horror experience and RE Verse as part of the franchise's 25th anniversary. We have new adventures to embark on in the world of Monster Hunter with Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, and Monster Hunter Rise. And don't forget to go back in time with the great Ace Attorney Chronicles to tap into the family history of Phoenix Wright and solve new cases. Finally, don't miss out on the esports fun. Make sure you catch the latest matches with Capcom Fighters. There really is something for everyone here today. But don't go anywhere yet. Join the conversation on Twitter and make sure you check out the Capcom virtual booth on the E3 portal to watch all these videos again and more. I'm Rachel Querico, aka Seltzer. Thank you for being part of the Capcom experience at E3 this year.
So that basically a wrap for today. If you want to do the ways of convention, I think I'm not. So yeah, that basically all today. Disappointing today. Well, see you guys. Peace.